Welcome to Create Something Pretty. I'm so happy to be talking to you again today. If you're new here, my name's Katrina and I do lots of sewing of garments, a little bit of knitting, and I have a really nice garden out the back that I spend a lot of time in, so you might see that from time to time. I am going to show you today everything that I've made for the winter months, which was June, July and August for us here in Australia. I have 8 items to show you, and I might put in a little bit of the garden as well because I do consider that's something that I did during winter. So it took up some of my free time, or actually quite a bit of my free time, so I will include that as well. There is a bit of noise across the street. They are extending their house and putting a second story on, which is really exciting. I'm really enjoying watching it get bigger and bigger and finish it off. I do love a renovation. I hope you'll join me and enjoy what I have to show you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that you're watching today. So I am going to show you what I've made over the last 3 months, but I just want to first start off with what I'm wearing because I always forget to do this. This is the pattern Emporium Grab a Cuppa cardi that I made some time ago, and it has the big sort of sleeves, the puffy sleeve that comes into a little cuff here. It is so comfortable to wear. It's sort of a grandpa style cardigan which you can make in several lengths. It's been a long time since I've made it. It's just been sitting in my wardrobe and I wasn't sure what to wear today when I was dropping off my kids, so I've popped this on and I've forgotten all about it, and I'm really glad I put it on. It's made with I think it's a deluxe jersey of some sort that I bought from Spotlight a few years back. I'll put a photo in of me wearing it. I'll just move over a bit so you can see. So I am an affiliate for Pattern Emporium Patterns, so if you do want to get this pattern for yourself, I'll have a link down below in the description box. If you do buy it through my link, I do get a small commission from the sale. It doesn't cost you any extra, but I would really appreciate if you do decide to use that link. So let's get on with the rest of the video and I will show you what I have made in the last 3 months. During the month of June, I managed to make 2 tops. So I have them here. This has to be my favorite. I really like this, and I've worn it quite a few times since I've made it. This is the Roscoe blouse by True Bias, which is an absolute classic pattern. It's been around for quite a while, though I hacked mine to have a button front here, which is actually on, if you go to the True Bias website, they do guide you to the Tiziti website, which actually has the original hack. I do believe in the hack they actually made their sleeves a little more full, though I didn't do that. I just added on the extra piece in the extra length in the bodice so that I can turn it back and turn it into a button placket. And I love this. I love it so much. It doesn't have the ties that the original blouse has at all, and it just has this beautiful little gathering at the neck. It's a raglan sleeve. It's finished with cuffs. I believe this is from the original Roscoe blouse pattern. So I love this. I think this is a great pattern, and yeah, I would like to make more, maybe use different versions of the Roscoe pattern. So really love this one. The fabric from this one is from East Coast Fabrics that I bought a couple of years ago now. It's been sitting in my stash waiting to be made into something beautiful, and I really love this one. It's so nice. So that is the first item that I made, and I'll make sure I put some photos in of me wearing it. All these items are also on my Instagram. I always put them on my Instagram because I just love having that little record of everything that I've made. And I also try and put on there any adjustments that I've made. Sometimes I forget, but I do try and put them on there because it's really useful when I go back and I want to make something else and I'm like, oh, did I adjust this, or what size did I make? Or I don't always put my sizes on. I'm just of that generation who doesn't like doing that. But I do try and put on there any alterations that I might have made to the pattern, or whether I liked it, or things I might do next time. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, please go check out my Instagram page, which I always link down below in the description box. So that is the first item. So the second item that I made for June was this one, and this is a Remy raglan trial run. I have some more fabric that I want to use up I really like it. It's not necessarily expensive or anything, I just really like it, and I wanted to make sure I like this top enough to use it. And I haven't gone back and made it, and that is because I think I trialed the wrong version. I should have trialed the one that goes right around. There's this one with this little keyhole. This does not hold together because I put in a hair tie elastic instead of making my own loop, which was really lazy and really silly. So it doesn't sit well. And I've also made it a little bit longer, and I don't know if it's the fabric or if it's the actual length that I don't like about it, because I normally like that length on me, and with this one I actually don't. So I also made the short sleeve version that has a cuff, and because this is a very drapey, viscosy crepe, it's very drapey, it doesn't hold the cuff at all, and it just doesn't look right. It looks a bit messy. I think it's the best way I can put it. So the fabric that I want to use, it's like more of a cottony sort of, I think it's a cottony viscose or a Dolby cotton of some sort, lightweight cotton at least. It might actually sit better in this, so I haven't actually gone back to use it. I think I need to trial it again. I didn't go back to it and I ran out of time. So this was the second thing that I made in June. I still want to go back to redo that the Remy Raglan. I'm mixing it up with the other one because I do like the style of that with the bishop sleeve and the rounded neck without this keyhole finish. So that was the second item that I made in June. I can wear it. I think I need to modify it before I really wear it anymore. So that is what I made for the month of June. For the month of July, I believe I made 3 items. The first item I made is the one behind me and I'll put a picture of me in wearing it because I put it in a bad spot there. So that is the All in Easy Fit shirt by Emporium. I have made that pattern 3 times now, and I'll put a link down below because I'm an affiliate if you wish to buy that pattern as well. I think it's a really good pattern. One thing I do like about it is the neckline where the button placket goes up to the neck. There is no buttons on that there at all, so you don't have to have that difficult task of putting a buttonhole through where the what do you call it, the collar stand meets the button placket. I find that so tricky. I have just pulled my shirt off my dress form so I can show you what I'm talking about. So where this button placket comes up to the collar, if I can get it to sit up right, there's no buttons there at all. And in a standard shirt, normally you would have a buttonhole in here, and there's so much bulk around there. I always find that really tricky to get a buttonhole to go in neatly, so it does take away the need to do that, and I do like how it is without that. With my shirt, I decided to put in some pockets, and they are so colour, like stripe match, pattern match, that you can barely see them. I did that quite intentionally because I wasn't sure whether I wanted pockets or not, and I just thought, well, if they're really matched, they're there, but if I decide I don't like them later, it doesn't matter because you can't see them. So it was a bit silly thinking back now, but that is what I decided to do. So it has 2 pockets on the front, and I just thought it needed something there to break that up because of all the stripes. And they do have the full proper cuff, and I do believe I did this my own quick easy way. I'm not sure if I can explain it now because it was a little while back. I do need to have a go at fixing that button. I think this is the first time I used my sewing machine to sew buttons on in a long time, so I think I need to trim that one. So the buttons and the fabric is all from Spotlight, and this is a cotton. Yeah, this is a cotton. I'm not sure that I would have it now, but a while back. I chose to do a inverted pleat, I believe, on the back instead of a box pleat, and I also did the back yoke horizontal instead of vertical. And yeah, I really like this stylish shirt. Now I've got to say, I don't wear this a whole lot and I think that is because I don't like the size of the stripe. I think if it was less like it's a very bold sort of stripe. I think it needs to have like either more stripes or be a darker color. So I think it's just a bit too much on me, though I really haven't had much of a chance to really wear it because I've been home a lot with the kids and doing a lot of home and having a lot of sick kids. So I do need more of a chance to try and get out and wear these things a bit more. So yeah, I'm very glad I made it, and I still love that pattern. I think it's a great pattern. I love the hem of it as well. I think I made this one a little bit bigger as well. It's a little bit more oversized. I just wanted to trial how that would fit on me because I always have trouble with pulling across my back, and plus my size has changed since getting to this age. So that is my all-in easy fit shirt by Pattern Emporium. I will probably keep making them. I really do like this pattern. It's nice and easy. Oh, and it doesn't have a lot of shirt patterns have a yoke on the inside. This is a single yoke. It's not two pieces of fabric. So and that's a label I got from a bespoke box from the Dahlia Society. I think it was 2 years back. I think I got it for my birthday for August in the, I think it was called the Carolina box. Oh goodness, I can't believe I can remember that. And this one says may contain cat hair. I love cats. If I could have a cat, I would. I love them. So that is my Pattern Emporium all in easy fit shirt. The next thing that I made that month actually would be my ironing board cover, which I'll have to put a photo in because it has my iron on it and my iron is on, and I love this. I love this so much. It goes in my room really, really well. It matches the decor. I've actually just put in new shears on my window. I don't know if you can see that. So I just put in some new ones because my other one's got a bit of a hole in it. They do expire over time and need replacing. So yeah, I got a whole new, I made my beautiful ironing board cover, and it is very Paris-y sort of themed. I'm not very worldly, so I don't know if that's the right word. But yeah, I really love it, and I think it looks great in my room, and I'm thinking about using the excess fabrics. I have quite a bit left over to maybe make sewing machine covers and overlock covers. The dust in this room is crazy. Yeah, this house is so dusty. So yeah, I'm battling with that every day. So yeah, I absolutely love it. So that was the second thing that I made for July. The third item that I made this July is this absolutely gorgeous and hardly worn, I might say. This is the Arbutus Robe by Helens Closet. I'll have to put a photo in because it's really quite big and it's very hard to show. It's made in this beautiful, it's like a bit like an animal print or leopard print. It's got some variation in the colour, so it sort of goes darker here and then it's got a lighter bit here, so it sort of has this difference in colour running through it. It's so soft and it's so plush. This fabric is from Spotlight. All these fabrics so far have been from Spotlight. So it is gorgeous. It is big. It feels luxurious. It feels like it's just gorgeous. I need to make another one for summer, maybe an more summer fabric. The only thing is I haven't worn it yet because my fabric was so thick and plush. My sewing machine did struggle with some of the seams, and I thought they were okay at the time that I posted on Instagram and talked about it in my last video, but I have since found that some of them probably need hand stitching. If I pull on them, they eventually give, and it's just the thickness of the fabric. It just my sewing machine couldn't handle it, so I need to go back and do that. And I actually haven't even washed it yet because I'm scared, one, that I'm going to ruin the pile of the fur, but the other thing is I'm scared it's all going to come apart on me. So I need to go through all the seams and make sure that they are all intact before I go running it through my machine. So I love this. It's so beautiful. It's so soft. It's the most luxurious thing I have in my wardrobe. At the time of making this, I was intending to make a nightie or something like that to go with it. I do want to still go back and do that. So I am currently working on a capsule wardrobe for summer. So maybe I can add that into this capsule wardrobe because I cannot find nice nighties the way I like it, that have nice coverage and look nice. Yeah, I do like to wear nice nightwear. So that is the last, yeah, that's the last item I made in July. So we're getting through this quite quickly, I've got to say. We are up to August, and August is my birthday month. So I did a fair bit of spending in August and not so much sewing, though I do have 3 items to show you. So the first item I have to show you is this one. And this is the Agnes Tea by Tilly and the Buttons. And this is in a recycled, I'm not sure if it's actually a recycled cotton or polyester. I'm not sure. I've just washed it. I was not going to put it in the dryer because I was a bit worried it might be polyester and it might peel. I've had that happen to another top of mine that I really liked, and yeah, I was a bit sad about that one getting ruined, so I didn't want to do it to this one. Now, the tops that I have made using the Agnes pattern, in the past, I've made 2 others. One was in a really nice stretchy, I think it was, I can't think of the word now, spandex jersey of some sort. That was super comfy. I'll put some pictures in. Yeah, it was a bit more patterned and I wanted a plain one, so that was really comfy. So I really wanted to make another one, but I didn't love the fabric because it was fairly cheap and it stretched and you could see the white. If you hear that noise, that's the next door neighbours nailing something down. So yeah, another one using a cotton jersey, which also had an issue with stretch. This one, I'm not sure what the fabric content is. I can't remember if it's a polyester or a cotton, but it doesn't have a lot of give. So when I made this, I did grade out the waist to make sure it fit me, and I used a new version of the pattern. The other ones were with the older version. It has been updated since I first made it, the pattern that is. So I made it using this fabric, which I absolutely love. I like the color. I love it's a bit wrinkly. It's just come off the line. It's a little bit damp still, but I just want to show you the texture in that fabric. It's why I like it, because it has that bit of, I guess it's slubbiness. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but I like that fabric for that reason. And yeah, it doesn't have that much give, and I do find around my bust area in particular, I feel like there's not enough room and it does ride up above my arms, so I'm constantly pulling it down all the time so it doesn't have all those lines in it. But I still wear it. It'll probably give with wear, I hope. I really hope. I have used a little label in there, and I think this is a Sarah Hart's label, possibly with a little plant on there. I'm not sure if that's showing up very well. There's a little white pot with a pink background. It's a bit hard to see in this light. I'm yet to get some lights for my sewing room. I'll get them eventually. So yeah, that is the first item that I made during August. So the second item, I'm going to have to go steal off my dog. And this is not it on Instagram at all. I haven't posted it at all because I don't think it's fabulous, but I'll show you. So the second item that I made during August was for my dog, and I've had to actually just go steal it off him. He's okay with that, I think. And this has been used, so it may be a little bit dirty, so please forgive that. It's quite an ordeal to go clean something that's had a very fluffy dog on it. So this is a little blanket that I made for him for his birthday because he turned 2 back at the end of July. So this has got, it's very similar to the dressing gown fabric. That's why I originally bought the dressing gown fabric, was to make a dog blanket. But then I decided it was so gorgeous, I wanted to make something for myself. So yep, that happened. So I went back and got this, and this is a remnant piece I found when I purchased something else while I was there. So I turned that into a blanket for him, and it's kind of an odd shape. I was sort of debating whether I wanted to make a blanket or a cushion, and I just thought, even though it's an odd shape, I can just lay it out in different areas in my room and you can still use it. So I did that, and I lined it with a what's this called, it's like a poly plush fabric. I have to put the name on the screen. I can't remember what it's actually called. It's the cheap sort of poly fabric that they have there, plush sort of fabric. So yeah, I just put that on the back because I had some scraps of it, and that's all I did. I just sewed around. I didn't use a pattern at all. I just sewed the piece of fabric on the back. It actually was really tricky, I'm gonna say, with this plush fabric. So the edges are a bit wonky. It's not perfect. I overlocked it on, and then I've sewed it, turned it inside out, and then I've just sewed it down. So that's just a line of stitching along there, just so that's sat nicely. And yeah, he loves it. I can choose whichever side he seems to like better each day. So yeah, that's what I made for my dog, and I'm going to put it down because I'm getting covered in hair. The last item that I made for August is this beautiful dress behind me. This is the Ember dress by Sew Liberated. I did a collaboration with Karen from Karen Marie, made by Karen Marie. That's her YouTube channel's name. She's from Norway, and we both made the same pattern together. And it was actually a really good experience. I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. Karen is so lovely to work with. If you ever want to do a collaboration and you both agree to it, she is so good to work with. We both made different versions of the same dress. We didn't discuss that, we just happened to do that. Very different dresses. Hers was plain and mine's very patterned, and it was really interesting to see the similarities and what was different. I think we had a lot of the same views on it. The length of it I found was a bit not quite in the right place for me, and she had the same issue, and she's taller than me. I'm not 100% whether I like it, I've got to say. On my body shape, I'm actually quite short, and I have a thicker waist, and I just find the shape on me, it just doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm wearing a costume. I feel like that's a lot to do with the skirt though, more than anything else. I have looked at it wondering whether I could alter it at all. It does have a tie. It has this tie at the waist. Now this is supposed to go through a channel, and I've pulled it out because I didn't like it. There's just too much fabric there on me with the sleeves, and then all the gathering at the waist. It's just too much. So I pulled it out. I tried putting elastic in there, which it did look better, but it still wasn't great. So I'm not sure. I've thought about maybe if I want to take some volume out of it somewhere, or maybe I want to change the shape of the skirt. Maybe it look better on me. I don't know. I'm not 100% decided. I'm just starting to think this style of dress is not really for me. I like a much more simple dress. I like puffy sleeves, but they're not too much volume. So I just feel like it's just a lot. I love the fabric though. That's the only thing. This was a rayon that was in my stash and had been there for years. It was a clearance fabric, so I know I can't get it again. It was from Spotlight. Yeah, I'm a bit sad that I don't love it. So I'm actually trying to figure out a way that I can still get to wear that fabric, whether it gets turned into a top or whether I do something else with it. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but I'll work it out. So I'll make sure I've got photos in of all of these things. This is everything I made for the months of June, July and August. Some exciting news that I have come up with is that Catherine from So Much Sewing and myself have come up with a sewing challenge slash sew along. I made a video last week about talking about making mini capsules, and Catherine was inspired by the idea and thought, we'll do this together. We'll both make a capsule, challenge ourselves. Only thing is, we both have very busy lives, and we really didn't want to make it a stressful thing. We wanted it to be easy, relaxed, just in our own time sort of challenge. So what we decided to do, we wanted to invite you guys to join us, and together we will make a mini capsule wardrobes for ourselves and post them on Instagram. Now we decided there's no timeline for this. You can do it this year, anytime this year. Just post it as an ongoing hashtag. You can include items that you've already made or items that you own that are ready to wear. So you can make something to go with a ready to wear item, or you can make something to go with something you've already made, or you can make 2 items that go together, or 3 items that go together. Completely up to yourself what you want to do. This is a really easy challenge for yourself more than anything, just to get fill those gaps and make something that you want to wear for summer, or if you're on the other side of the world, something for winter, autumn, whatever you want to do. So yeah, I thought I would let you know. I'll put up a hashtag here as well, so we would love to see if you just do decide to join us, what you make. So if you could put your items when you post them to Instagram under this hashtag, I can't remember what it is, hashtag, I believe it's hashtag mini wardrobe sew along 25, so sew along is SAL 25. We've decided to use that hashtag. So if you would like to join us, would love it if you did that. If you could also tag us, that would make it much easier for us to see you that you've actually used that hashtag, so we can see what you've made. I'll put my Instagram handle on the screen so you can see it, and I'll put Catherine's as well so you can tag us both. I'll put all the information in the box below. So yeah, please let us know how, if you do make something, or if this is something that you're interested in, but we're going to be doing it anyway. So yeah, so I hope you all join us on this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys all make and how you make items that go together. We can all be inspired by each other. So yeah, I thought I'd let you know that that is something that we have been talking about doing, and including it on Instagram. During the months of June, July and August, which is our winter here in Australia, we didn't quite get the weather we were expecting. So I did end up spending a fair bit of time out in the garden, and I have a garden at the front of my house that I've just never liked. I've just never liked it at all. So I decided that I needed to get in some soil, because the soil out there is so hard, and there's big trees. It's like underneath 2 trees, and I just couldn't dig it at all. And I decided I needed to build it up and put in loads of flowers. So that is what I've done. I've tried to make it as low maintenance as possible. I like to plan ahead. So I have a few issues with my back, and I can see myself not being able to garden to the extent that I have in the past. So I'm very mindful of that. So I've put in a heap of azaleas, I'll put in bulbs, I've put in some seedlings, and it is looking so much better. So I'll put in some footage of that as well. Also in my back garden, I have a section that is near my arbor that my partner built for me. There is a beautiful garden starting to bloom in there. Things are starting to look green, and there's snapdragons and there's lilies coming up. I've put in some, I think they're called hellebores. Hopefully I got that name right. I always mix that one up with heucheras. They're the winter rose that I'm talking about. Most people call it that. I use the other name. So yeah, I have, my garden is slowly coming into bloom, and I'm very, very excited about it. So that's where a lot of my time has gone, working that soil and getting those plants in. And yeah, it's very, very exciting time of year. So I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I am off on 2 weeks school holidays after today, so I may not do a video for the next 2 weeks. I can't guarantee there will be one. We are hoping to go to a country town where there is panning for gold and all that sort of thing. So I'll tell you more about that when we get back. So I hope you guys all have a great week, and enjoy your holidays if you're going on holiday. If you do decide to go ahead and purchase the All in Easy Fit shirt by Pattern Emporium, or the Grab a Cuppa cardi by Pattern Emporium, I am an affiliate, and I will provide a link down below. If you use my links, go through my link to purchase your patterns, I will get a small commission from those sales. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it does give me a little bit of commission for guiding you onto a Pattern Emporium pattern. So I would really appreciate it if you did use those links. If you did enjoy today's video, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. I would also love it if you hit the subscribe button, and there is a new button called the hype button. If you enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you'd hit the hype. I believe you can use that at least 3 times in a week. I'm not sure how all that works. I haven't done my research. I've done a little bit of research though. So you can hype the video, and it throws my video out more to a whole lot of other places to make more people see it. So that helps my channel to grow. So I hope you enjoyed all that today. I hope you all have a lovely weekend and have lots of sewing time to yourselves. Please take care, and I hope you enjoy your school holidays if that's what you're doing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you here again in my next video. I'll see you then. Bye.